All right, Water God TV, we back with another video, man. I'm gonna do a video on the Proud Boys and Trump. But first, I like to thank all of the subscribers that got me to 2,400. I really appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody for liking, sharing my videos. You know, just following me, man. Keeping me on algorithm. I appreciate you for real. So today we got the Proud Boys leader. All right, Proud Boys leader just got sentenced to 18 years. I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts. Let's go over some of what happened at the
sentence members of the far-right group, the Proud Boys, after their conviction on seditious conspiracy charges related to the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. NBC News Justice reporter Ryan Riley is outside the D.C. courthouse with more on this. Talk to us, Ryan. What are you hearing?
So Dominic Pizzola, who's the individual who used a stolen police shield to break that first window at the Capitol on January 6th, has now been sentenced to 10 years in federal prison, with Judge Timothy Kelly saying that he opened up the Capitol like with a can opener on January 6th and let the crowd sort of flood inside, and was a key part of that initial breach. Kelly's partner spoke during the sentencing hearing, as did Dominic Pizzola himself. Pizzola's partner said that he was getting drunk and watching Fox News in the lead up to January 6th, and also called him, quote, an effing idiot for his conduct, and basically was asking for leniency from the judge, along with a daughter who spoke there, saying that, you know, her dad had always been there for her. But this is one of the higher sentences that we've seen from the January 6th attack thus far. Dominic Pizzola was the only individual who was not convicted of that top seditious conspiracy charge out of the 5 Proud Boys who went to trial on that charge. So he was a little bit of an outlier here. The other sentences that have been handed down thus far went for 17 years for Joe Biggs and for 15 years for Zachary Real, who was a Philadelphia Proud Boy who used a can of pepper spray against officers that day, whereas Joe Biggs played more of a leadership role. We have another sentencing happening this afternoon, and then the final sentence in this group will be on Tuesday, when Enrique Tarrio is sentenced. In that case, prosecutors are also seeking 33 years, as they did with Joe Biggs, but probably unlikely to get that high. But there's the potential there on Tuesday for another record-setting sentence. The current January 6th record is currently at 18 years.
You know, people always ask me, so Kevin, what does being a CEO?
So the Proud Boys, they got the leader of it got 18 years. Only thing they can hope for is that Trump get in office. He probably gonna pardon all of them guys if he win presidency 2024 election. Now, my thoughts on it is, man, he broke in with a police. Some kind of police armor. But one of the guys leaving, who got 10 years, said Trump really won, and they got him up out of there. So I don't know. You know, I guess that's the proper sentencing that they got. 18 years. That's a lot of time. I mean, but an officer did die. You know, if somebody, I mean, in the urban community, if we feel like if somebody would have killed an officer, we would have probably we felt like it would have probably been life sentences out there, you know. But it is what it is, man. They the Trump crew, so I think that, you know, it's gonna be a little different for them. Now, Trump came out with this, and I had a little back and forth with my cousin about this. We need to do more politics, but we do hip hop politics. But I explained to him about the Trump situation, right? I'm gonna let y'all see the video and what I thought.
Left-wing lunatics are trying very hard to bring back COVID lockdowns and mandates with all of their sudden fear-mongering about the new variants that are coming. Gee whiz, you know what else is coming? An election. They want to restart the COVID hysteria so they can justify more lockdowns, more censorship, more illegal drop boxes, more mail-in ballots, and trillions of dollars in payoffs to their political allies heading into the 2024 election. Does that sound familiar? These are bad people. These are sick people we're dealing with. But to every COVID tyrant who wants to take away our freedom, hear these words: we will not comply. So don't even think about it. We will not shut down our schools. We will not accept your lockdowns. We will not abide by your mask mandates, and we will not tolerate your vaccine mandates. They rigged the 2020 election, and now they're trying to do the same thing all over again by rigging the left-wing lunatics are trying to stop
so
left-wing lunatics are.
So let me tell you guys how this went, right? I seen that video. I sent it to my cousin. Like, yo, look, Trump, going at the Democrats. Now he's standing on the Democrat side, but we be going back and forth about that Democrat and Trump, right? So I sent him that. He said, wow, but Trump, the COVID started with Trump, that was the start of the COVID. So I'm like, okay, you true there, but really what was alarming to me, what Trump said, was that the way they handling the money and the way they are having their allies, to where they, it looks like some money laundering going on. They asking for COVID money. They sending the money out to Ukraine. I told them, like, hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I said. And I want y'all opinion on this conversation. I said to him, that's true, but the problem that people are having is that the amount of money you are requesting and how much you are sending to Ukraine, it looks very suspect in my opinion. He came back and he said, we spend less than 3% of our military budget on Ukraine. Everything looks like a conspiracy if you don't understand how anything works, right? So basically what he's saying is, if you don't understand how anything works in the presidential, okay, you're gonna think everything's conspiracy. Pretty much. Because of this money is going on and that's only 3%, or you don't understand how everything works. So, it's going to look like conspiracy. To me, that's a bad sell. If Biden or anybody in the Democratic Party had to say or had to explain to the people, because you try to get their votes, right? You're a Democrat. You want to get people votes. You want to let them understand. So maybe that's something they should understand. Maybe you should be speaking more about that money. Maybe you should let people understand what's all the money y'all doing, what are y'all using it for, so the whole world can understand. So that nobody can understand is still gonna make me have a red flag. So that he said that, I said this. I said, because he said, if you don't understand how anything works, I said, we know as a people, we know how finessing works. Finessing meaning as scumbags, people who, snake oil salesmen, that kind of talk. These people that, they talk a good talk, but they really, scumbags. And a lot of people look at politicians that way, but he looks at preachers this way, right? So I put, hey man, we know how finessing works. So their job is to sell that it's legit. It's up to the people to buy it or not. So if you're going to come at me, if you're going to come at the people, right, and we're going to be talking about, hey, man, what's up with all this money you requesting? What's up with all this money you sending out of there? You want to get our vote, right? And you like, hey, man, it's going to sound like a conspiracy. We only spent 3%, went over there. We got a whole bunch of other money we've been dealing, but, you're going to think it's a conspiracy because you don't know how things work. I don't think nobody's going to buy that, and I'm speaking for somebody who supports the Democratic side. I don't know if Biden or anybody, them on the left-hand side, but I would like to hear, I would like to ask some questions and see exactly what they say. And I'll be able to look and see like, okay, are y'all just finessing here? To me, in my opinion, every president that go in there probably gonna have some kind of finesse game. I'm not even mad at them. I guess it is what it is. You either getting pimped or you pimping. So they probably up there doing a little pimping, but you got to sell what you're doing to make it believable to the audience, in my opinion. And the way my cousin said that, I'm like, if that's what they going with, sounds like a finesse to me. You know, if somebody on the other end is saying that you guys are having allies with people and sending them money, we're gonna think you sending them all of these billions of dollars and you getting kickback. Anybody that's got any kind of street smarts or that's understand how money works, you living in a country of greed. Nobody's gonna sit up and think that these people are sending money and they ain't benefiting from it. Just it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to prove that. You're gonna have to say some things. You're gonna have to have a great sales pitch on that. So, I mean, if anybody that's thinking, I would like to know what y'all think. How do you feel? Because it's really about what the people feel. How do you feel about them 40 billion that Biden is requesting out of your taxpayers' dollars, the money he already sending to Ukraine? Okay, they got Oprah and Dwayne Johnson doing commercials trying to get Americans to donate money to help Maui. When we know we got government, the government has land over there. They got things going on. They got a base over there. Why won't y'all take care of Maui? We taking care of Ukraine. We got things that don't happen in the U.S. that we've seen don't get the treatment as the Ukraine. So somebody's getting paid. You can't sit here and just tell me, you don't know how things work. So I know how money works. How I know how money works, and when people, can oil salesmen, these slick guys with the slick talking, which is the politicians. We don't believe them. We feel like they are, they're the top of the food chain when it comes to con artists. We feel like they're number one. So if that's the explanation to anybody that's Democrats, if they feel that, it's only 3% that go to the budget, and if you don't understand how it works, it's gonna sound like a conspiracy theory. Let me know how y'all think. But to me, in my opinion, I think Trump's spilling the beans on him. I think Trump is, he getting locked up now, so he coming hard. He like, look, man, they got allies, they're sending money, the COVID vaccine. I need to hear what the Democratic Party got to say to this. Okay, I need to just let me, I just want to hear your defense to what somebody is saying, because the people want to know. You're gonna have to tell the people you running up for the 2024 election. We want to know what you're gonna do with that money, or what you're gonna do with the future money once you get in 2024. What you gonna do? You're gonna keep requesting for money and sending it out, or you gonna, help something that's in the United States. But hey, let me know what y'all think, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, like if you like content like this. And I got the water. I got the link where you could definitely get your water underneath the sink. I did a video with 300,000 cases of bottles of water got recalled. So they finding COVID in the water. Japan is dumping radioactive water in the ocean. It's the best time to get your water right. So check out the link in the description. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Yay.